Hey, what's up? MKBHD here. All right, iPhone 12 Pro Max, the big boy. So if you've seen the reviews of iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro, you basically already know everything you need to know about the new generation of iPhones. So now we have iPhone 12 mini and iPhone 12 Pro Max dropping at the same time, opposite ends of the spectrum. So yes, I am dropping two videos at the same time. This one is all about the Pro Max, and I'll link below the video about the mini if you want to check that out too. So the Pro Max is the everything phone. It's the biggest, it's the most Apple has to offer. Fun fact, even the sticker in the Pro Max box is the biggest of any iPhone box. But also now, interestingly, in the past, iPhones have all just typically been the same thing across the board, but different sizes. Maybe an extra camera in the Pro. This year, there's an entirely new, different, special camera system in just the Pro Max. That's not in any of the other new iPhones. So naturally, this was the focus of my testing. That's a pun. So I think all the other benefits of a bigger iPhone sort of speak for themselves, right? The display is a slightly higher resolution, and it's of course now a 6.7-inch screen instead of the 6.5-inch from last year's Max. So this is the biggest canvas of a screen Apple's ever put in a phone. I would have really liked for them to make it higher refresh rate, but again, in the reviews, I talked about why it's not there, most likely battery, but in every other metric, this is a top-of-the-line, excellent smartphone display. But also, speaking of battery, the iPhone 12 Pro Max does have the biggest battery in any of the new iPhones, and yes, it does last noticeably longer. First of all, it has an incredible standby time, and I've typically ended days with it around 25% with 6, maybe 7 hours of screen on time sometimes. So if you're looking for the iPhone with the best battery, this is definitely it. It's comparable to the 11 Pro Max, I would say maybe just a tiny bit less. Then also, the biggest iPhone does technically also get the biggest speaker. If you look at the bottom of all these phones, the 12 Pro Max has a bigger grill than the others, but honestly, it's not a noticeably louder speaker at all. Really, I just found it has slightly bassier sound at the highest volumes. That's about it. And the biggest iPhone also will of course have the biggest viewing area, and also because it's the same size notch on a bigger screen, the notch kind of feels maybe a tiny bit smaller, even though it is still comically big compared to other phones. But this is at least a no-brainer of a choice of an iPhone if people want to watch videos, do a lot of typing, a lot of texting, a lot of photo editing, big screen stuff like that. If you're not used to the size of this bigger iPhone, it's gonna feel huge. Like the toughest thing is, you'll notice right from the start, reachability is kind of tough. You can't reach all four corners of this phone with one hand, like you can with the Mini, for example. But other than that, I have no problems with it. Also, side note, this is my first time using the gold iPhone, and sheesh, this is a shiny gold outside rail. The back of the phone actually isn't that gold. It's more of kind of like an off-white sand color with the matte finish. And then the rings around the camera and the stainless steel sides are the really gold part. But they're still gonna collect fingerprints like crazy. Honestly, it's not the color I would pick, but they don't have like a matte black Pro iPhone this year, so I guess I could just pick any color and then grab a dbrand skin literally just for the side rails. Did you know you could do that?